It's Accountech Bytes, your captivating cavalcade of cutting edge innovations from the world of accounting technology with me, Tom Herbert. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, if you could remember to like, follow, or subscribe if you find this useful, that would be fantastic. Now, plenty to get through as this is the first one back after my holiday. So let's get started. And we begin in AI Inglenook with news that Microsoft has launched its AI assistant Copilot in Excel, but warns not to use it in any task requiring accuracy. So, Windows 365 users with the appropriate Copilot license now have access to a new feature in Excel where they can use Copilot AI to generate formulas. Examples Microsoft gives on its support page include things like summarize this feedback, creating placeholder or example data for prototyping or demos, assigning categories or labels, and creating product descriptions. However, Microsoft does specifically warn not to use this function for any task requiring accuracy or reproducibility, like numerical calculations, and also advises against using the feature for financial reporting, legal documents, or other high stakes scenarios. As this reporter points out here, basically most of the things people use Excel for. Before we move away from AI and spreadsheets, a quick one from Paradigm explaining why they built a spreadsheet with an AI agent in every cell. So, according to this on TechCrunch, Paradigm is an AI powered spreadsheet equipped with more than 5,000 AI agents where users can assign different prompts to individual columns and cells, and then the AI agents will crawl the internet to find and fill out the needed information. So, a report from MIT NANDA has been all over my social feeds. This piece on the Register sums it up nicely. The report has essentially found, based on interviews, analysis, and surveys, that only 5% of organizations have successfully integrated AI tools into production at scale, meaning that 95% of enterprises haven't got much in return for their AI efforts. The authors don't put this down to insufficient infrastructure, training, or talent, but instead point to the inability of AI systems to retain data, to adapt, and to learn over time. Is that the air hissing out of the AI bubble? Certainly not for investors, as AI accounting startup Rillet has raised $70 million in a new funding round. So, targeting larger companies, Rillet makes its AI ledger software that helps companies automate accounting tasks, with its founder telling Reuters that they aim to replace legacy systems that function as dumb databases. Let's move away from AI and look at some new stuff from the accounting tech world now. And TaxCalc has released its long awaited charity account solution. So, provided as an add on to its accounts production module, TaxCalc Charity Accounts enables accountants to produce SORP compliant accruals accounts for charities. Now, it's been available in the States for a while, but agentic AI experiences are coming to QuickBooks UK users. So, from November, as part of a platform refresh, QuickBooks UK users will be able to take advantage of the platform's agentic AI. This includes things like a business feed, where you can see a summary of what's been done for you by AI and automation that combines data from QuickBooks and MailChimp, a customizable performance dashboard to track clients' financial health and what needs your attention most, smart search, and built-in collaboration with clients. And in his latest video, QuickBooks chap Aaron Patrick runs through the main functions of these new AI agents. Moving from green to blue, and Xero is beginning the UK rollout of its analytics powered by Sift features. So the Kiwi cloud pusher acquired Sift Analytics last year and is beginning to embed it into some of its upper pricing tiers. Available now is a view of your future cash flow. So you can view your cash flow in multiple ways, forecast and scenario plan, and uncover trends with AI Insight. An update from document management practice management tool FYI, And Ian Cooper reports that users now have the ability to group dates by day, week, month, etc., and then run a calculation on that. There's a short demo video to accompany that. I really like this update from Dext. So they've started using AI and HMRC's APIs to validate every UK VAT number on their incoming invoice processing for partners and clients. Second update from Dext is around prepayments for Xero, so you can now mark bills as prepayments in Dext and spread their costs over the right accounting periods. You just need to set a start and an end date, and Dext will then automatically generate the necessary journals and publish them to Xero. Some Iris Elements updates now, and the Accounting Suite's cloud platform now has IFRS accounts for limited companies. You'll need the Accounts Production Enterprise Suite for that. In Iris Elements Tax, you can download copies of your capital assets and capital allowances, again using the Enterprise subscription. You can include trade dates when preparing CT600 returns. That's at any level. And Enterprise subscribers can now add the restitution tax supplementary page to their corporate tax returns. AML provider FirmCheck now has cryptographic ID checks that, when combined with their document import tool, means firms can onboard and verify clients at scale. Moving into the mid-market, and Sage Intacct has a bunch of updates. So Sage's AI assistant, Sage Copilot, continuously monitors subledger and general ledger balances, automatically flagging discrepancies. Sage Intacct's new close workspace standardizes the month-end close with task templates, checklists, and ownership tracking, providing notifications to keep that period close moving. There's Copilot search help, and there's also a bunch of accounts payable and procurement automations. Staying in the mid-market, and Accounts IQ has launched a non-financial metrics tool that enables finance leaders to track and analyze other non-financial KPIs alongside core financial ones, bringing that data together. A couple of updates from BGL's CAS 360 tool here in the UK, and you can now generate the dormant company accounts form directly within CAS 360. There's also a new AML risk assessment and customer due diligence process and new compliance alerts. Proposal and onboarding tool Socket is now listed on Zapier, and they've added more triggers and zaps to that. And Socket founder Jonathan Gaunt is also passing the technology torch down to the next generation, giving his son the chance to resurrect Tax Scout. So Tax Scout is a tool that connects to HMRC and shows you everything on your agent portal, including corporation tax, PAYE, self-assessments, and VAT. It's been a while, but let's return to MTD Corner. And updated figures from HMRC state that up to 3 million individuals may need to comply with Making Tax Digital for income tax. So, of the 7 million taxpayers with income from self-employment or property that were within ITSA for 2023-24, HMRC expects that 2.9 million, 42%, will need to comply with MTD for income tax. This is up from HMRC's previous estimate of 2.7 million. The figures suggest that landlords will come into MTD at a slower pace than the self-employed, while 65% of in-scope taxpayers are represented by an agent. More than 1 million are not, and the majority of those unrepresented do not use commercial software to file their returns, 83%. The ATT's Emma Rawson points out that as we move through the different tranches and as that mandation figure drops to 20,000, HMRC are going to have an increasingly big mountain to climb in terms of getting the unrepresented ready and into MTD. And Emma also joins us for September's edition of the MTD Accountability Club. She joins our own Jake Smith, Sage's Chris Downing, and Samantha Mitchum to take a deep dive into the MTD regulations. Let's take a quick look at HMRC's Making Tax Digital for Income Tax software page. First up, more alphabetical jiggery-pokery, as Untied seem to have bumped themselves up the list by using speech marks. Additions to the list since my last video include Bright, free MTD software Kletter that I think hails from Finland, a paid version of Sage Individual to go with the free version that was already out there, and Patmar Property Manager that deals with UK property income. Just a quick unrelated point. Please do your homework when you're researching these tools. Just because they're on this list doesn't mean they've been rigorously researched by HMRC. They've just passed a series of criteria. And even if their marketing materials say HMRC recognised, you need to be confident they'll do the job. This from IT Brief Australia, and I was delighted to find out that Access Group hasn't been idle in my absence as they've acquired ATO Smart Docs, a cloud-based provider of automated Australian tax office document processing solutions. It's quite a mouthful. And speaking of acquisitive software groups, Visma has strengthened its foothold in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland with not one, not three, but two acquisitions. So Visma has acquired Milia.io, which seems to be a sort of collaboration, automation, and workflow platform, and Taxi.io, which covers tax advisory work. And apparently recently became the first digital assistant to pass the official tax advisor exam. The move brings Visma's acquisitions to 10 this year and more than 350 in total. And that's your lot for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you find this useful, please remember to like, subscribe, or follow. I'll be back next week with another video. Bye for now.